Today we're going live in the kitchen making sushi at Bea One. Laura Kirtley joins us now live from Lafayette with more sushi.
Good morning, Joe. Yes, we're in the kitchen, but actually at the sushi bar here at Bea One, and I'm joined by Meek Lynn, and she's going to tell us more about sushi and sort of how it's changed over the years, and especially as it's come to America. Thanks for having us this morning.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how sushi, as we know it today in America, it's a little bit different than the way it originated.
Definitely, it's evolved a lot. Sushi doesn't necessarily mean raw fish, and I think a lot of people when you say sushi, they're like, "Oh my God, I don't want raw fish." But it has a lot of elements, like Bea One. The Bea One roll has, it's fried. You can have steak in it. You can have chicken in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you can have cornflakes in it, and that's what we're going to do today.
And we're actually going to make a special roll for the WLFI viewers. Let's talk about that.
Yes, we're going to make a special breakfast roll. We've never made sushi at 6 in the morning. So this morning, Chef and I was like, what are we going to do? We have to use something breakfasty. So we decided to use frosted flakes this morning. It's a secret ingredient, and we're going to try to make a roll.
And we're also going to have a couple things for viewers if they want to submit their own recipe, too.
Yes. So within the 2 weeks, we want viewers to think of a recipe using anything they want, and if we choose, we're going to choose 2 rolls. Both of them will be on the menu, and we'll basically give a prize out. One for a sushi lesson, and another one, you're choosing whatever you want.
Oh, this is going to be exciting. Yeah. Well, there are a lot of people out there who maybe have never had sushi before and are maybe a little bit nervous. Let's say that they are interested in fish. What else could they have in a sushi roll?
Well, they can do basically anything. They could put apples and bacon, or they can do, like fried chicken. I mean, if you have pieces of fried chicken, you can mince it up and put it in a roll. You could do sirloin steak or ribeye steak or any sort of a steak and kind of cook it rare and top it off the roll, too. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do. A lot of different sauces. Kind of combine Italian concepts and Spanish concepts. Ooh. And make a Mexican roll, or make your own, your own favorite. You can make, name it after yourself. But whatever you want to choose, submit it, and we will put it on the menu.
Okay, so send it to morningteam18 at WLFI.com. We're going to pick the winner in about 2 weeks. Much more coming up from Bea One in the kitchen.
The perfect marriage as far as recipe goes. Sushi and Laura, big fan?
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Huge. And she said, you're not going to want to eat at this hour. I said, are you kidding me?
She
don't eat sushi this hour.
Never made sushi at 6. Our schedules are jacked up. Yeah. Cornflakes, can't wait to see that. Frosted flakes, that's going to be cool.
I've been there several times for sushi. So good.
Never at 6 in the morning?
Andrew Dyro, News Channel 18.
Okay, we're going live in the kitchen this morning making sushi at Bea One. Laura Kirtley joins us now live from that location. Now, Laura, you talked about the misconception with sushi that it's just uncooked fish, but there's so much you can do. Various recipes as well, even in the morning, 6 a.m.
That's right, Joe. We're actually going to make something that I'm sure will be appetizing to everyone as they wake up this morning. And I'm joined by Meek Lynn, who owns the Bea One here, and then Johnny Kim, who's our sushi chef, who's going to show us how to make sushi. But we're going to start off with the rice. And Meek, you said it's all about the rice.
It's all about the rice, and we make our rice with our love. Yes. Always make food with love, and we're going to be making rice here, and I think a lot of people have questions of how to make your rice. Well, you're gonna use short grain rice. We use Nishiki or a lot of different brands. Go to an Asian market, and you'll be able to find a lot of different kinds of short grain rice. And you're gonna sift it and wash it about 5 times with water in the sink. Okay. And then rule of thumb, it's always a 1 to 1.2 ratio. So 1 cup of rice to 1.2 water, which means it would make the perfect rice. Also, when you use a rice cooker, or if you're using a pot and pan, whichever, you're going to use it for about 15 to 25 minutes, depending on what kind of cooker you have. But you're going to pull it out about 5 minutes before it's finished completely cooking, because you're going to have to pull it out and use the vinegar. Rule of thumb also, stick your finger or your whole hand in, and it's going to touch right here in the middle of your finger.
The water's going to touch right
Yes,
there.
Right there, and that's how you cook the rice. If you don't have a 1.1, you forget how much rice you put in, just stick your hand all the way in.
Because too much rice or too much water could ruin the rice. Okay,
yes.
Quickly
then we have to make the vinegar. The vinegar is also a very important part, and the ratio is always 3 vinegars.
And that's cups, right?
And this is sushi vinegar. 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of salt. And always use kosher salt. And we're going to basically mix them together. And this is dashima, which you can get also from the Asian market. And you're going to dip this in for about 24 hours and then take it out.
What does that do?
It adds flavoring. So it's kind of a kelp. It's a kelp.
Okay.
Kind of like a seaweed kelp kind of thing. And you just dip it in, and it provides a little more flavor. Also, remember, you can do anything with your vinegar. You can add mangoes. You can add, apples. You can do all kinds of things with your vinegar to make it study a little bit more on it, and it'll do good.
Okay, and it's really sticky, which I'm trying to figure out how to work it all here. And it's very sticky when it's done. And we're going to continue to make sushi. We're going to make the WLFI roll coming up. Much more from In the Kitchen at Bea One. We'll send it back to you.
Now, one more time, the rice is made with what?
Love.
With love.
Heart.
Laura, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Made with love.
Made with love.
And you're a fan of Bea One.
I am a big fan of Bea One.
Okay.
Good to know my food's made with love there.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be a bad day to get inside.
And we are in the kitchen and actually at the sushi bar at Bea One, and I'm joined by Meek Lynn, who's going to tell me how to make sushi. I'm going to go behind the scenes here. You're going to kind of explain how to do it, all right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to make a crunchy crab roll.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do this. Now, first of all, we're going to mince the crab. He's going to mince it for you there with tempura crunchies. Okay? We're going to mix it. Mix it well. We have a little bit of a Japanese mayo. And we're going to mix it in.
And this is the crunchy crab roll.
Yes. You get a tempura batter from grocery stores everywhere.
Okay.
You can just fry little pieces. And then you're going to spread your rice too, like this.
So get my fingers wet?
Yes. Grab that seaweed. Seaweed right there.
Okay, got it.
Give our rice too.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, gosh. This is a lot stickier
Okay.
than you'd expect.
Yes, you have to make sure that your hands are a lot moist, and you're going to spread just like 조금 천천히. Okay. There we go.
Oh, that's not
Keep spreading
bad.
with your finger, yeah. And make sure all the edges are covered with rice. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. You did a good
Again,
job.
his looks better than mine. Okay.
You're doing really good for like 10 minutes of practice here. That's
you.
really good. All right, then we're going to put the sesame seeds on.
Okay.
Sesame seeds. Okay, and
Ooh,
we're going to
yum.
make sure you wet your board so the rice doesn't stick to the board.
Okay.
There we go. I'm going to flip it over.
Oh, look at
This
that.
is the basic of any roll, okay? You're going to always spread the rice on there, and then you're going to mince the crunchy crab roll. We're going to put that in. 얘 것도 해줘야 되는데. Okay? And we're going to mince one more. We're going to let you do it this time.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And put that in. 얘 보고 하라.
So you're putting like the ingredients on top of the seaweed on this other side. So the rice is down on one side,
Yes.
ingredients on the other.
Yes, but you can always do the other way around too. You can make the seaweed outside. You could do it the other way. You can do all kinds of things. If we had more time, we would do that. And the person that wins that competition they'll be able to learn everything.
And what are the rules again with that for the competition?
The rules are you cannot use ingredients that are not typically used as food, of course. And that's about it. Make sure you use rice because that is what sushi is all about. And use any ingredient you want.
Okay, so send your recipe to morningteam8team at WLFI.com. You're going to pick a winner.
Yes, and let's roll now. You grab it through the middle. There you go. Grab the rice. There you go.
Help me. Help
There
me.
we go. We got it. And
Okay.
And roll.
And
We
rolling.
got it.
And we're
We got it.
rolling.
Yes. We rolled your first roll. Then you're gonna get your little mat. There. And you're gonna shape it into form with the little sushi thing.
Okay.
The sushi,
Just do it for me, chef. There.
mat.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Got it.
So that's just sort of forming it?
There you go. That's your first roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can slice this into 6 to 8 pieces. So in sushi, if you look at sushi menus, it's always 6 or 8 or whatever. It just depends on how you cut it.
Okay, we're going to send it back to you guys. That was sort of embarrassing. Why don't you just watch the chef? He knows what he's doing. And I think he can do a better job than I. There you go.
Cut the roll. There
All
we
right,
go.
we'll be right back.
Into 4. There you go.
And welcome back to In the Kitchen. This morning here we are at the sushi bar at Bea One. Now we're going to make the very exciting, brand new, newly invented WLFI roll. And the chef's going to get to work here. Meek's going to explain how we make it. Okay, what's in this roll, the WLFI roll?
We are going to start with imitation crab. You can get this at this grocery store as well. And you're going to basically mix it up. We use spicy mayo, and spicy mayo is a secret ingredient that we use here at Bea One. So a lot of people have their different variations of spicy mayo. You can make it with anything you want. Different spicy sauces. With mayonnaise is basically what a spicy mayo sauce is.
What other spices are in there?
It's a combination of a lot of different things. So a lot of different oils or a lot of different spices. And every sushi bar has their own little secret recipe. But the main ingredients are usually a mayo. You can use Japanese mayo, American mayo. You could use sriracha sauce, some any spicy sauce basically. Gochujang, which is like a Korean paste. So you can get these at your Asian markets locally. So there you go. So you just spread the love.
That's the trick, right?
Yes, that is the trick. And we're going to spread it about 3/4 of a way. And we're going to flip it over. Put your mixture right in the middle there. It's very important when you spread your rice that it covers all the edges.
Okay.
It's one of the important things. And when you do the ingredients, that it's right in the middle right there so that you don't get it all over the place. Of course, make sure you do wash your hands.
And it's a lot of it, you're getting your hands wet to sort of keep it so it doesn't stick, because
Exactly.
rice is very sticky.
It is very, very sticky. So if your hands are not moist, it will stick. Now we're going to top it with some shrimp, and this is boiled shrimp.
Okay.
And then we're going to put plastic wrap right over it so that it doesn't fall apart. And we're going to shape it into place.
And is it important to make it really tight there so you can cut it?
You
easy?
never ever push the rice. You have to treat it with tenderness. So you have to make sure the rice stays intact while you press it. So that's something that we will teach you. Once you submit your recipe and you win, we will teach you how to do that.
Okay,
We're going to slice this into about 8 pieces. Take the wrap off.
Okay, then the secret, we got to wrap it up here, but the secret is going to be the special ingredient
Yes,
on
the
top
special ingredient that we came up with at 4 in the morning this morning. And we are going to put the secret ingredient. I don't know if you guys have watched earlier. It is actually Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes. Okay, so you got the sweetness. It's all about the different textures and flavors. We're going to have to send it back to the studio for now, but if you have a recipe of your own, you want to make your own sushi roll, send it to us at morningteam18 at WLFI.com. You can go to the In the Kitchen segment as well. We're going to pick a winner, and you could come here and get a personal lesson from Mink and the crew here at B1. We'll send it back to you guys for now.
I never thought the Frosted Flakes were coming until the very end, even though I had heard
That was
and
the
watched
special
earlier.
ingredient. Yes.
Laura, thank
so
you.
So that makes it feasible at this hour.
It does. Even though with different schedules, some of us can still eat dinner-type food at breakfast.
That's what we're doing in the last segment, so stay tuned.
All right. Okay. Thanks you very much.
We've been in the kitchen all morning long at B1, and now Mink Lin is going to tell us how to eat the sushi roll.
Yes,
That's essentially what we're going to do.
Sushi. We're going to first of all, put a little bit of soy sauce into your plate. Then you're going to dab your wasabi into it. I like mine spicy. It just all depends on how much you like it. It's like a horseradish.
Okay.
You're going to mix that in. There you go. And the gingers eat between every roll that you eat or every sushi piece you eat. So we're just going to take a piece.
Okay.
Like so. You should take this one.
Okay. And this is the WLFI roll.
This is a WLFI roll. Yep. And then we're going to dip slightly.
Just a little bit. See, I used to dredge it in the soy sauce.
I know. That's what most people do. And then we're going to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Here we
try
go.
it.
Let's ask her a question real quick.
I think we should.
Just kidding. That's all the time we have today on News Channel 18 this morning. We'll see you right back here at 7:25. Forecast in 5 words or less.
Pleasant, more humid.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you right back here at 7:25. Have a great